Welcome to Free Beer Friday, powered in part by the Bearded Monk and Classic of Denton. The views and opinions expressed by the show hosts and their guests are those of the show host and guests, and not necessarily those of the sponsors, DentonRadio.com, or the Denton Convention and Visitors Bureau. For more information, visit the Policies and Procedures page at DentonRadio.com.
Awkward silences are my favorite, actually. I think it works out really well, especially right after you drop the F-bomb. Chad from OHB.
I feel like this toes the line from like a John Oliver segment to a, what is his name? What is his name?
Does he do weightlifting? Is that what this is? Or does he dance a lot?
No, he's got a TV show with Hannibal Buress. Why can't I remember his name?
We're getting into this later.
No, don't, because I'm not going to
Awkward
remember his name.
silences.
Welcome back to another episode of Free Beer Friday. I'm your host, as always, Ben from the Bearded Monk.
And I am Betsy from Union Bear, filling in for Jennifer, the bearded lady. And look who we brought.
What are you looking at?
These, right here. These are cameras that just zoomed in on everyone. How about that?
This is not his first episode. You're doing great. This is good.
Okay, tell everybody who you are. They may not have seen the 40 previous episodes you've been on Free Beer Friday.
Hi, everybody. I'm Wim Benz. I'm the president and founder of Lakewood Brewing Company.
Ooh. And who's the new face? Who's the new person?
This is K-Town.
K-Town, I love that.
K-Town. You're stuck with it now.
I'm going to go with that.
That's
There
fun.
you go.
Hi,
What are
I'm
you
Caitlin.
doing? What are you
I'm
doing?
the new Denton and Collin County rep for Lakewood, so if you like Free Beer Friday, you'll see a lot of me.
You're so awesome.
I'm glad you think so.
Sorry, I'm also in the mood for...
Was amazing.
Y'all are ready for karaoke.
Yeah, for karaoke. In two different places, though. Can we FaceTime and sing the same song?
That would be amazing.
Okay, we got a plan tonight. So I'm going over to DCBC. I'm going to be
I'll
singing
go with
there.
you to
You wanna do that?
DCBC because
All right.
I was really intending on karaoke tonight, and I'm a little let down. that you're going somewhere else.
I'm still going to carry you.
I know, but it's not with me.
Still going to happen.
It has to be a mile from my house, not 50 miles from my house.
You're going to
Fair
leave
enough.
Denton to do your karaoke.
This time.
He has his spots, though. He has his regular spots.
I do.
He knows the crowd.
I have a list.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
It's
You know,
a
you started...
deep list.
I want to get into this. Not only did this man form a brewery and some amazing recipes, he is also a professional karaoke singer. It is glorious. Absolutely glorious.
Is a professional karaoke singer just an amateur professional singer?
Well, I wasn't going to go into it. It's really nothing. But it sounds more...
It's just a hobby.
It sounds better the way I say it.
I need a reminder about what I am drinking. Can you tell me about what came out of the growler here?
Yeah, so we have a tart beer called Artsy Tartsy. It is a kettle soured Berliner Weiss. So, I think a lot of people are sort of on the fence on sours. If you know what sours are, you're like, yeah, man, give me a sour. If you don't know what sours are, they're like, sour beer? What's that? So a Berliner Weiss, if you could probably guess by the name, was a beer that was developed in and around the Berlin area. And it is a wheat beer based beer that is then soured, not unlike like a yogurt sort of level of acidity. And then traditionally it's fruited, right? So if you were in Berlin, you'd probably either have a raspberry or a Woodruff, which is bright green, syrup that you would then squirt in your beer to make it bright pink or bright green. Low alcohol, super easy drinking,
Super refreshing.
super refreshing, especially on a 130-degree day.
Walking from the
Warm
Bearded
today.
Monk to the Welcome Center.
Yeah, it's quite warm.
So hot you want to take an Uber.
Yeah, right. So hot you want to take an Uber.
Who would do that?
That should be a tagline. So we did this beer a couple of years back. It was actually our second anniversary beer. Was a Berliner Weiss that we then aged in white wine barrels and red wine barrels with black currants. And black currants have sort of a blueberry, raspberry sort of flavor to them.
Did you blend it, or you had two separate beers that were aged?
It was all blended together.
Okay.
Yeah. And that was Lion's Share 2, which was our anniversary beer back then. But we always really liked the idea of doing a Berliner Weiss or doing a slightly tart, slightly sour beer, just because they are so refreshing. They're low alcohol, they're easy to drink, and they have fruit in them, so they appeal to a lot of people, right? Wine drinkers really love them because if you're drinking white wine, you have that level of acidity that you're used to. That you're like, oh, this is great. This is like a refreshing wine type thing, right? So this year our summer seasonal, not spring seasonal, our summer seasonal was Artsy Tartsy with black currants. So a non-barrel aged version of our second anniversary beer. And that did great. It's bright pink. It's beautiful. It's just really easy to drink. Great pool beer. Really fun to use as a mixer too. Like we've gotten really into like the beer mixology kind of stuff too at the brewery. We'll get into that later.
Okay.
But the one I brought right now is the one I brought right now. We made a big tank of Artsy Tartsy, and we're fruiting different versions of it for the anniversary party, which is this Saturday.
Nice.
Saturday.
So
the
you made
10th.
how
right?
big of a batch
Yeah.
did you make, and how many
So
times did you split it off?
So we did a 30-barrel batch, and we have a 3.5-barrel tank that we use to, that we use to that we use to infuse. So we did a key lime version, we did a guava version, we did a cherry version, we did a pink grapefruit. Not pink grapefruit. Sorry, blood orange version.
Nice.
And then a mixed berry. So
I
we
know
had
the
that
key
called.
lime.
the
I
key
love key
lime
lime.
is flipping amazing.
I bet.
Well played, sir.
It's really good. It's really, really, really good. Yeah. So so we, it's a fun beer. It's a fun base beer. The base beer by itself is delicious too. Without the fruit. So we have that as well. But yeah, it's just
I have
fun to
never
take that
had
beer
it
and just put a bunch
by
of
itself.
different fruits in it.
Yeah,
Me neither.
I've
Only
never
had
had a
fruited.
non-fruited
So
Artsy Tartsy.
did you say
really
Artsy
good.
Tartsy
Yeah.
and Lion's Share is the same recipe? Lion's Share is
Lion's
the
Share
barrel aged?
Lion's Share 2 was the same recipe.
Okay.
So our Lion's
it.
Share beer Lion's Share is our anniversary beer, and we change it every year.
Gotcha.
It's a different beer every year, but we always barrel age it.
What is this year's?
This year,
Lion's Share 7?
hold on to your
7?
hats, kids.
Yeah.
This year
You're about to hear
is a Imperial Grisette aged in Sauvignon Blanc barrels, but brewed like a hazy IPA.
Oh, we're getting extra
All right,
fancy.
so let's start with Grisette.
Can we
Can you
break
tell
this
us-
down?
Grisette. So Grisette is similar. It's in the same family as a saison or like a farmhouse ale. So they're going to be they're going to have a decent amount of wheat content, which actually plays really well into the way that we brewed it, because we brewed it as a hazy, right? And so they're farmhouse ales. They're traditional ales brewed, in the Belgian French sort of border region, and they were brewed as a drink for the farmhands. So you would take whatever you had left over from last year's crop. You would brew the beer traditionally in not unlike a Marzen. You would brew it early to sort of get you through to later on. So you'd brew it, if they had leftover wheat or barley or whatever they had laying around.
Toss it into the stew.
Toss it into the stew, and then we're making beer for the seasonal workers that would come in for the harvest.
These poor folks that are sweating all day.
Sweating
keep
all
'em
day,
happy.
they can't drink the water because they're going to get dysentery. So let's just, let's give them some beer.
Let's ferment it.
Yeah,
Again.
let's ferment it and make sure that nobody dies and they come back next year.
And do more work next
Yeah.
year.
So that was So Grisette, right? So a traditional beer, then aged in the Sauv Blanc barrel. Sauv Blanc barrels, beautiful barrels.
Where did you find these? Or can you say where you found these?
They're from California.
Okay.
Yeah. But Sauv Blanc is just a lovely, lovely effervescent wine. I mean, if you can call it that. I love Sauv Blancs because they tend to be grassy and light and a little bit fruity. So it really lended itself well to this sort of farmhouse style.
Okay.
Right?
Well, and even so, I don't have a lot of. Yeah, I think you probably have more. Both of you probably have. All three of you probably have more interaction with wine than I do. But I've had some that are even tart.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that surprised me. With my lack of wine knowledge, I'm a beer guy.
Yeah.
I was very pleasantly surprised by
Yeah.
Sauvignon Blanc.
Yeah.
Sorry.
They're
continue.
acidic, right? Wine's
Yeah.
acidic. It's much more acidic than beer.
Absolutely.
So, anyway, we put it in there,
Mm-hmm.
let it mellow out for, about 6-9 months. And then we brewed a second batch, a fresh batch, blended those, and then dry hopped it as you would a hazy.
That was my
Okay.
next
Yeah.
question. So, hazy, do you biotransform it as well?
That will be a question for Tommy.
Okay.
Can
Yeah.
you define that?
So, biotransformation is a very small dry hop. So, a dry hop is hops that you put in the fermentation tank once it's already fermenting. And biotransformation is used to create a protein haze to make a beer hazy and to make it stay hazy. So, for instance,
Instead
we
of
do
falling
in our
off.
New England IPA 3 pounds per barrel. But we'll put just a 3-pound, just a little sprinkle in very, very early, like day 2 of fermentation, just to create that protein haze. And then we'll wait and then add all of the rest of our hops. And those are for the aromatic qualities. But the first few are just to make it hazy. So it usually makes the haze stay around. It won't drop out over time, especially if you bottle and can like you guys do. We don't.
Right.
We don't do that.
So we didn't
Okay.
filter it. So everything coming out of the barrel was just blended in together. We gave it some time in the tank to settle out, and then we just transferred it. We had no filtration. So it's not like chunky, opaque orange juice hazy, but it does have a decent amount of haze still in it.
Nice.
this is
That's
gonna
really
be so
interesting.
exciting.
It's such
It
a
was
beautiful
a very
beer.
creative
Yeah.
mashup of styles. So whose
Thanks.
brainchild was that?
So that was Tommy's. Tommy Gutierrez, one of our brewers, and our sort of local barrel master. That was his baby, and
Right on.
we packaged it about 2 weeks ago, and it's fantastic.
Sounds
And
weird and awesome.
what we
I
did
love
this year is we put it in a 2-pack, 12-ounce bottle.
We were talking about this.
Yes, sir, we were.
Okay, let's talk about the 2-pack bottles.
Yeah, so
what does this look like?
all right, so usually when things come, they'll come in like like 2-pack cans, or they'll come in a bomber. 2-pack 12-ounce bottles are just super shareable. Definitely makes you want to buy not one but several. Because you can buy a 2-pack and you can share it with your friend, share it with your dad, share it with your mom.
It's like a Twix
And then all
of
of a
alcohol.
sudden you're like, wow, this beer was really good. I'm gonna go buy another 2-pack and share it with somebody else.
Yeah.
The shareability, man. We're all about spreading the love.
I love Sharon beers. I love it.
Who in this wide world does not? Speaking of, I'm
I
about to get some peanut butter tundras.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh, do it. It is delicious. This is
Dibs
so
on the
well
drag queen name.
balanced.
I'm sorry. Sharon Beers. I am all over that. I want to do a call out to my ladies. Can I please be that one? Okay. Sorry. Continue.
No,
Aside.
so it's a
That was
2-pack.
just aside.
If you've been a fan of the brewery for a while, our line share usually comes in a box, and it was a 22-ounce
And
beer.
a nice, beautiful bottle.
Oh, very very pretty bottle.
Yeah.
There's Mr. Wilborn. Hello.
Hey. I'm going to steal your hat, too. Oh, you can hear me? Yeah. Oh, great.
Oh, perfect.
Sorry. Continue.
Everyone listening is like, what the hell is
What
going
is going? We're waving at people.
We're
on
waving
the
at people on the
sidewalk.
street.
Delightful people.
So the 2-pack was like, okay, well, what are we going to do? Because most of our line share beers tend to be a little higher on the ABV. Now, this one's not super high. It's like
I just got to pull that
6
for a
and a half.
minute and spend some time with this beer.
It's
Y'all continue.
this one's 8.6. Doesn't drink like an 8.6. Ben's having a private moment.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
So the lion's share is 8.6. We can get past
back to
Ben's
it.
awkwardness.
Yes, line share is 8.6. It's in a 2-pack. Just buy it.
It's really good, I promise.
So, are you doing the new standard, right, is to mount those
No,
two
they're
cans
side by
on top? Side by side?
Side by side. So it almost looks like a book.
Oh, I like this.
Yeah.
So I could put it on a bookshelf
You could.
instead of in my cellar.
And you could use it as like the secret lever to get into your beer layer,
to my underground lair.
into your Sharon beer layer.
Bam. Where my wigs are. Yes.
Obviously.
Oh, I'm on board.
Wigs
honey,
and beer, folks.
Honey, I love you, but we have to save money for my new layer. And we just found the door handle.
She must
This
love
could
you
be
a
awesome.
lot to support you in your ridiculousness.
She puts up with a lot of stuff. I feel like Homer and Marge, like one day you married me and one day you knew I'd come home with this spontaneous thing and problem and you already agreed to it.
One day you knew I would come home in full drag.
Well, I feel like she's been expecting that.
Although, yes,
that is
we
not-
moved into
that's
our
not the
first apartment
surprise.
together and we didn't have Halloween costumes set for a party. So we just switched clothes. And I was like, golly, I am so free in this dress. I see why you wear these.
Right?
This is awesome.
Like doing squats. Like, this is great.
There's so much room for
Nothing wrong
activities.
with that.
The bra's a little tight, though.
Yeah.
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 You gotta go get sized. It's important.
Yep.
It is important.
Or you just wear a swimsuit everywhere because you might end up at Lane's pool.
Speaking of, Elaine Joseph, just message us and we will give you Lane's address for the party later. Well, this is pre-recorded. The party later from while you're watching this to go to Lane's pool.
Yeah.
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 That's right.
show
Lane
up.
Joseph with Hoppenstein.
I think we should give out
wanna come back
one
up?
number or
Interesting.
letter of his address
might.
on every show. And then on the last one, when we've given out his whole address without his consent, we just show up.
we have a massive party at the end of the season.
Yeah. Thanks, Lane.
Is this okay, Jake?
I love it.
Is it? Yeah. Jake has
Yep.
already signed off on
It's
this.
approved.
So Lane,
So.
we already have legal representation. So try to fight us on this.
I think
They
you have
did it
to.
for
We
me.
have legal representation.
He's a lawyer.
If you say anything in air quotes, it's
Yeah,
legal.
hey, it's like
okay.
it's like bird law. It's not governed by reason.
Yeah.
Bird.
I like it.
Nice.
It's perfect.
All right. Now what am I drinking?
It's like the count, the store, never mind.
You're drinking beer.
Count of Monte Cristo.
It's
Those
You
are
are
delicious.
drinking
Instead of
the peanut butter
Monte Cristo
Temptress.
sandwiches. That would go really
Ooh.
good with a Monte Cristo sandwich.
Wow.
Indeed it would.
Honestly, it
Speaking of
would.
segues,
Yeah.
that was amazing.
All right.
I have been waiting.
Yeah.
She is delightful.
PBTT.
Oh, PBTT.
PBTT.
This is good.
Oh,
Peanut butter temptress.
she is so
Peanut
good.
butter, the temptress.
Oh, I like that. Like
Yeah.
the sequel.
It
Peanut
is
butter.
the temptress.
The temptress.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so nice.
That is such a ridiculously difficult beer to make.
Is it really?
It really is.
What makes it difficult?
Yeah. What's
Yeah,
going
please
into this?
tell.
You know, it's really
Tell the
not
market.
easy to get peanut butter into beer.
Fair.
Yeah.
When do you
I
add
saw-
it? During the boil?
Oh, I really wanted to have an awkward silence where we all just went.
Oh, sorry.
So
I saw Tommy post a really cool video about it being like,
mixed.
yeah.
So 2,000 pounds of peanut flour.
Oh, that's how they did it. Peanut flour. I thought
Yeah.
And you've got to.
I thought they like
Mix it
kind
into the mash,
of
or-
powdered peanut butter somehow, but I guess that is
Nope.
powdered peanut butter.
No, we get I mean, I'm releasing all the secrets now. No, we get peanut flour, but you have to sterilize that peanut flour. So you got to mix it with 180 plus degree water. So you've now reconstituted peanut flour with water, and you've made peanut butter.
Right.
So,
But without the fat, right?
but with
And that's-
yeah, so it's there's still like you'll notice that the head retention on this is just
Yeah.
not great, right?
yeah.
So yeah, there is still
This oil slick.
a decent amount of peanut oil in there. You know, we try to get out as much as we can, but the
That's
ingredient
interesting, though.
the ingredient
it affects
is what
the
it
head
is, right?
retention, but I don't feel it. Sometimes
Yeah,
sometimes you
Yeah,
feel
sure.
it. You smell it. It doesn't stay fresh, but this is delicious.
yeah. It's
Sucks that it's
tasty.
a pain in the A.
It is a pain in the A. We just don't have the equipment for it. You know, that's the tricky part. You know, we're mixing it with a with a drill and a like a paint mixer paddle that you get at Home Depot. You know.
Oh, like one's the
Okay.
ones used to mix like grout.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a grout mixer. Yeah. So we're just like, and that was, you know,
Hey, you
Who
do what you
said
gotta
brewers
do.
didn't
So you're
work?
just jackhammering the peanut butter.
We burned out one drill.
Oh, like that
Why
is
does
amazing.
that sound like
Burned
such a
it
great
out.
phrase? Jackhammering the peanut butter.
Yeah,
I
we
am
had
going to get
like
you
a DeWalt plug-in
construction hats.
drill
Oh,
that
this
just
is
started
awesome.
started just smoking and it just burned.
Oh no.
Trying to fight. peanut butter powder in
Oh,
water.
it's not fun.
So I need a detailed description of the melon baller because it
Oh.
looks. Can I smell it? I'm allergic to
Please.
cantaloupe. Killing me here,
Oh.
but it seems. It
Smells.
smells delicious and like it would make the inside of my throat break out in hives.
smell
So
like anything.
I'm like next generation allergic to cantaloupe. I had a brain trauma injury when I was a child, and like 15 minutes.
Explains it.
It really does. It explains it all, including the fact that I have like nerve damage in my face. So if you ever see me get like a little too much, like you know when to cut me off when this eye starts closing on its own.
Oh.
I have it's called ptosis.
You have a visual warning
I do.
system.
I've got a
like,
visual
Hey,
cue.
it's time.
Yeah,
hear
my,
that?
my
Call
left
me
eye will
Bartenders
start
at DFW.
closing. So when I was 9, I got accidentally run over by a golf cart.
Oh.
Yeah, just some friends in the neighborhood. We had we were like everyone used to hang out in the neighborhood. I didn't have a golf cart. It was an accident. Point being,
If you had a golf cart, they
if I had a golf cart, it would have been over for all of them. But I wasn't allowed.
fair enough.
Point being, 15 minutes prior to my brain trauma injury, I ate fruit salad with a lot of cantaloupe and honeydew melons. So now in ever from that moment on to literally last week, I was like, oh, melon baller's coming out. I better go see if I can eat some cantaloupe and see if it'll be okay. No. Cantaloupe, the minute I smell it or eat it,
Reset.
instant projectile vomit.
Whoa.
Because that's what happened in the ambulance. On my
Yep.
on my way
It
to the ambulance,
happens.
I woke up and immediately just threw up a bunch of fruit salad.
Oh, wow.
But melon baller's really good. Melon baller's really
so
good,
you
and
can
I
tolerate-
can hold it
okay.
down.
Yes.
I've been holding it
It's
down. It's great.
delicious.
All right, I probably won't die. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do that.
Man, allergies.
So here's key.
It's gonna
Here's
die.
key.
allergies and brain things.
Go
I don't
ahead
know.
and drink it. That's right.
Yeah, just go ahead and drink it.
That
I
was my
promise
first
you've got my
time to
vote.
try it. Was today, and it
So
was
good.
amazing.
Well, we packaged it today.
no. Well, there you go.
You're
Okay.
the
The freshest
you're
of
the
the
first
fresh.
civilian to try it.
Oh.
I'm so jealous.
My goodness. Sorry you had to be successful and,
just puff
and
up your-
functional and working.
Stupid histamine.
Sorry about your
Hey, aren't those what? Isn't that what
Body attacking
antihistamines
things.
are for?
ow. This mic's getting in the way.
You just drink out of the side of your mouth.
So did you have a hazy IPA recipe that this is based off of, or is
No,
this a
this
new
is
recipe
a new recipe.
and
It's
then also
completely new.
cantaloupe?
And then we were like, we want to call it melon baller, baller.
How does the
BALLA.
rest of that go?
I don't know.
I'm telling you,
Shot
little
collar?
Troy, little Troy could endorse this,
20
and we
inch
could make a
blades
fortune.
on the Impala.
Nicely.
Collar, get laid tonight. No.
Okay. William Shatner style.
Yeah. So melon baller. It's I really love the can. We have a friend, illustrator friend, who's illustrated all of the labels for this year's small batch can series, and he's done an amazing job. He does it all by hand. It's all hand lettering.
What?
Yeah. So
Nice.
Corey Say.
Corey.
Yeah.
Corey.
CORYSAY. Corey Say. Great.
What's his Instagram name?
Probably Corey Say.
Corey.
I don't know.
Please let us know.
But he
Reach
works.
out.
Comment on
Yeah,
this.
he's an amazing illustrator.
That-
So
I've loved all
yeah.
of these. So what? Earthly Highs.
Earthly
he
Heights was
did,
the first one.
Muy Importante.
Muy Importante, which
Yeah.
just disappeared overnight because
yeah.
it was
Nice.
overnight sensation. Earthly Highs will be coming back next
It
year
was really good.
as a seasonal.
What is
Nice.
Earthly Highs?
No, sorry, not Earthly Highs. Muy Importante.
Oh, nice again.
Either way,
But I'm
Earthly
a little
Highs
miffed.
are muy importante. I'm
I loved Earthly Highs.
equally excited.
Earthly Highs was great. It was a kettle sour. It's like taking
Bless you.
artsy
Try not to
tartsy
sneeze on
and
you.
making a kettle sour out of it.
Bless your soul.
Oh, it was so
Okay.
Yeah, so
Bless your heart.
it was a kettle soured hazy IPA, which was just flippin' amazing.
so good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the second one was Muy Importante, which was our margarita Mexican lager.
Nice.
So traditional Mexican lager base with agave, lime, orange, and sea salt.
And it wasn't horribly aggressive.
No, it wasn't.
That's not
no,
fair to
not
say.
sweet.
Like, people like margaritas. I'm
Yeah.
not a big margarita fan, but I love that beer.
Did
It
you know
was
that
just
margaritas
easy
are
drinking beer.
the number one mixed drink in the United States?
I believe it, especially in
I-
Texas.
The
Oh.
entire United States,
Yeah.
or
Marg
we
and
drink
some
so
queso.
much in Texas, California,
Well,
New
we
Mexico,
don't distribute
Arizona.
outside of
South
Texas,
really
so I
does
really
rule.
don't care.
I'm
No,
not a margarita
thinking
girl, but
our
we.
consumption in Southwest U.S. overshadows the
Yeah.
rest of the United
The
States.
South
I'd
rules
say
all,
so.
I'm telling you.
That's what I
Dirty
thought.
South. Forever and always.
I'm not a margarita girl, but we do a frozen margarita that we fresh batch and then put into a machine, and it is good.
It is
Yeah.
good.
Right
It
on.
is good.
All right, we
And
need to go
anything
over there and
done
drink
fresh
that.
and done right is good,
Yep.
right?
It's good stuff.
Fair enough.
Can we cheers on that one?
Cheers on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Done fresh and done
Good
right.
call.
It's always good.
Yeah. So the Melon Baller will be coming out in the next week or two. We canned it today, and the next one or the last one in our small batch series for this year is going to be Droid Rage, which is going to be a Imperial Red to coincide with the Star Wars movie.
Oh, nice. Wait, when are you going to release that?
In time for the Star Wars movie.
When is that happening?
November-ish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Man, would you maybe do another round in May? Around
May the 4th.
May the
The
4th be with
4th?
you.
of May?
The C3PO.
We always release C3PL around May the 4th.
That was
which is our pale ale.
delightful again.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good stuff.
I need to send you pictures of my C-3PO.
Oh.
I was getting...
You have a full C3PO?
well, no, I drew him because our tap wall is all our interpretations of the beer.
Right.
And the staff was giving me so much trouble because he looked like a combat droid. Like he was this beefed up.
Yeah. So who does
C-3PO
it?
drinking
Do you
them.
do it?
We all do. We all
Oh.
take turns.
Dude, that's fun.
So like this morning, Caitlin and I were drawing up the beers we tapped up this morning.
Nice.
Yeah. That's part of the fun.
And every time I'm like, who drew that one? They're always like, Ben.
Jordan.
Like, oh, great job. Tell him good job.
Stick figure with
Pat
this.
him on
Stick
his-
figure with
pat him
that.
on the
Stick
head.
figure-
Like your mom, like, you're such a good artist, honey.
Although
Just hang it on the fridge.
Give me that board.
Mark
I'm
was
gonna
pitching
hang
the
it
idea of the posted on the fridge art show where everybody, if you buy a beer, you get a piece of construction paper, you draw a picture, and we post it up on the fridge.
Honestly,
and
That's
tell
awesome.
them what a good
if you
job they
haven't
did.
done that
Yeah.
so far,
Needs to happen, right?
it does need to
Yeah.
happen, and
It's
I'd
gonna
love
be
to do
adorable.
it.
We did
Come
that with-
join us when we post it up on our
Yes.
Facebook page.
We did that with Artsy Tartsy at the brewery. We
I'll
What?
bring.
We
I'll,
had
I have
we had
so many
a black and
crayons.
white can, and we gave everybody crayons, and they made their interpretation. of it.
Nice.
What?
That's
Stuck them
so
all over the
sick.
wall.
Oh,
That was fun.
All right,
That's
I love
amazing.
that idea. All right, are we ready to drink some more?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty
Okay.
much.
What are we drinking?
Oh, we're gonna go find out, but I'm gonna let these sweet people go home.
Oh.
And they can come and drink. Well,
Yeah.
tomorrow night. Are you coming? Are you coming for Free Beer Friday for True on Friday? Dun,
Like
bum,
True
bum,
Brewing?
bum.
For words?
No, like we've got to do.
Like for
this-
realsies.
I've already said
Oh.
like this is
Yeah,
a
again, you built me up to
pre-recorded
break me down.
episode, and you and I are going to be here serving
Yes, sir.
samples right out here in the lobby of the Welcome Center,
Absolutely.
and
we
then we're
will
going to
be.
go. Oh, we didn't even talk about it. You can find out about this tomorrow. The Jacked Up Punch. We're going to go back and drink that at the Monk with
Yes.
some Lakewood Lager.
Yes, we are. Absolutely.
I'm assuming this guy's got stuff to do because it's ahead of the 7th anniversary.
7th anniversary.
This Saturday.
Tickets still available. I think we have like 2 VIP tickets left.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, and
Yeah.
if you guys want to go,
It's a big deal,
you
y'all.
Go grab the VIP tickets. You're going to hang out with Caitlin, too.
So
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
only are the VIP tickets super important because you get a lot of you get like a lot of cool stuff at the anniversary on the 10th, but you also get first in line to get beer to go on September 1st because that's huge.
I actually already had a friend ask me if we could go together and go buy beer to go from Lakewood on September 1st. I had to check both my
Yes, you
personal
can.
calendar
Yes, you
and
can.
my professional calendar.
You
and I'm free.
absolutely
So
can.
I feel like Lakewood's got to be the first.
High five.
It definitely does.
Yep.
Nice. Yes.
I'm excited.
Love it. Yeah. We open at
I
10,
can't-
10 a.m. that Sunday.
I can't believe this
Wow.
hasn't been
Yeah.
a thing this whole time. For those of
Yeah.
you that do not know,
We're gonna talk
before
about
we
that.
Oh
before
yeah,
we go
I
off
feel
of
like
the
beer
air,
to go is super important
so
to touch on.
production breweries have not always been allowed to sell cans of their beer to go. You could
Have
go to
never.
Lakewood, you could drink the beer, but if you wanted to take a can to go, it was illegal.
Yep.
So recently there's been a change in legislation. So September 1st, go to Lakewood, go to all of your local production breweries, and you can buy up to a case. And I believe
288
you can also.
ounces.
Yep.
Can you also get a slim keg?
You can get a slim.
Just
Not quite.
under
No.
a
I
slim
thought that
keg.
you could get a slim
You
if you
cannot buy a
had
slim
like
keg.
multiple people on the same thing, or
Well,
have they
so
not really
you can
like
buy a
have they
case
not
for
hammered that out
sure.
yet?
Can we get around the slim keg thing? We're working on it.
We'll figure it out.
But go buy a
However,
case of beer from your favorite production brewery because brew pubs could sell to go, production breweries could not.
Nope.
As silly as it seems to make that differentiation, we got together, we created a pack, we changed it.
Yeah,
so.
that's right.
288 ounces per customer per day.
That is amazing. You can take all of that beer home.
Right.
From the
You
people that
absolutely
made
can.
It.
Yeah.
This
Yep.
is so
Yeah.
amazing.
That's
Direct
the best
from
way.
the source.
Yeah.
And then you know
Yes.
it's fresh too. That's awesome. You
Yeah.
know,
The
it's
water
fresh.
of
It
life.
stayed
It's
cold.
fresh.
It's been in their
We're gonna-
cooler.
You know, for us, it's always our tap room's always been sort of our R&D kitchen, right? So it's like, hey, let's put this on and see what people think about it, and then we get feedback, and you know, some of those beers turn into seasonals, or some of those beers turn into, you know, our limited batch can series. So, but we always have all this beer left over, and we're like, we can sell it a glass at a time at the brewery, which is great, but now we can actually get that into people's hands. They can try it, give us feedback, you know, and
awesome.
it's really great. It's really great. It's
So are you
it's how
guys-
the rest of the United States does it.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Texas
now
just
Texas
caught up.
does it.
Welcome to the club, Texas.
Hey, we're
Welcome to
not
the
just
club.
49th in the States. We're 49th in a lot of other things, too.
So are you guys going to do growlers and
Or
crowler
we're the
cans
48.
to go
So we'll
as
have
well?
16-ounce crowlers. We will have growlers as well, and we will have packaged beer to go as well.
All right.
Oh, this is amazing.
Nice.
This is so amazing.
Yeah.
That's
and
very
then
exciting.
This Saturday,
This Saturday,
when everyone's watching, tomorrow, anniversary time.
Anniversary time.
Anniversary time.
Get your tickets.
That's always
Tickets
a
are still
wild
available,
party.
so VIP's almost sold out. It probably will be by tomorrow. We have a
Sorry,
1
guys.
o'clock entry and a 3 o'clock entry. 1 o'clock is, I think, $30, and 3 o'clock is, I think, is $20. So you're not
Still affordable.
very affordable,
gonna miss out on
and you get a souvenir glass. Tons of different beers. We have 40-plus different
You get to
beers. A
dance
lot of them that
with
you
Wim.
will not find anywhere else, made just for the anniversary.
that party. Hey,
Yeah.
and by the way,
Lots of food trucks.
I said it, so it's legal.
Live
you have
bands.
to dance with
You
everyone
get
that
to-
comes in.
I'll be
Yep.
dancing, probably,
just request to dance
probably
with Wim.
topless.
It's going to be like this, though.
Oh.
Oh. Well, I do
all
always,
you get.
I do always wear my bathing suit just in case.
Oh, nice. Nice. All right, let's go do some more drinking. And then you guys
My
come
favorite
join
thing.
us after you watch this episode. Or
Yeah.
if you're watching this episode and you're just horribly depressed and you want to come drink with us anyway.
Just come to the Bearded Monk.
Come hang out. Yes. We're going to be serving samples.
Yeah.
We're going to be drinking back at the Monk.
We are.
It's Friday.
It's monkey
Why
time.
not? Nice. All right. And I need more drinks.
Yeah.
So cheers, guys.
right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Beers.
Oh, it's empty glass, though.
Well, thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the show. We want to thank our partners and sponsors who made this show possible. And now stick around for a word from all of us here at Discover Denton.